So this from my hoopers. What's up, man? It's no the legend. You know what I'm saying? But what up, hoopers? So let me holler at y'all right now. You in the hooping, like about the rules of this new generation and the rules of the new NBA. Now we're not gonna get into any particular rules, but just the balloon of rules that surround guarding an offensive player. Now, the reason I bring this up is to compare eras, right? But the only reason I want to use to compare the eras is because look at your stars and look at the people that was good and look at the nature of the game. So when basketball first started, nobody really had the skill set, right? So when you guard somebody a certain way, it's like you can guide them to, and the information wasn't prevalent. Like we have social media right now where you can train and you can go and do these drills and you can get better by your damn self. You don't need to go to an AAU coach. You can do this stuff on your own, right? And I say that because that means everybody's going to get better regardless of because the information is free, right? So the more information that there is, the more the game is going to transform. Imagine if everybody in 1960 knew, or everybody in the 80s knew, or everybody in the 90s or the 2000s knew that you could step through, right? Or you can do some of these things that's technically legal under the NBA. And that every day in the hood, y'all really out here lying to niggas and cheating because that's not even really how the game played. Y'all really out here trying to whoop niggas on the court and call it basketball. Like, that's not how it go, bro. Like, offense is a part of the game too. So, because you don't like what I'm doing, that I'm frying your little ass, you going to try to elbow me, or you going to try to hold me, or you going to try to do something like, nah, nigga, slide your feet, bro. Play honest, bro, because basketball is not like football where as though I can use my body to defend myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, it is a contact sport. But, however, we talking about open limbs. We talking about arms and knees and ankles and joints that's out there. So if I cross and then you land on my ankle the wrong way, I mean, it can happen in football too. But at least I can bring the contact in a violent enough way. In basketball, I can't really come downhill and then bowl you over and go and get to the rim like it's an offensive foul. So there's a level of finesse that has always been a part of basketball. However, the defense takes the finesse away, whereas though I gotta be aggressive. So with that being said, look at the people with size in basketball are always gonna have an advantage because they're stronger, they're bigger. But now, not because of the rule change. We ain't even gonna get to the rule changes yet. So hear me out. But because of the information, that means I don't necessarily have to be 6'8" or to dominate a game. I could dominate a game with my angles and how I you feel me, like not on just on some point guard shit, but like you could be a forward or 2 or 3, you get what I'm saying, a small, but from the point guard position, from when I'm speaking on, or just from a guard position, or any position, I can fry you. Like there's no right, and the only way you can stop me is to hack me up, right? Now we in the hood, we playing pickup, that's fine. I mean, ain't no ref, so you get it how you live, so there's gonna be a little push and shove and the give or whatever, right? And that's the street factor about basketball. But when we talking the right, so now we get into the point, like, because the information's there and I can protect myself with certain moves, I don't necessarily have to bang into you, but I can use the finesse moves such as the Euro step or the Veer step. You get what I'm saying? Or low pickups or high pickups, whereas I can confuse the defense and still attack the rim. But this information isn't known in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s. We talking about now with the information. So yes, the rules have to change because it's like, bro, if this man is coming down and doing a Euro step, then no, don't clip him. Like, don't trip him. Don't try. You get what I'm saying? Like, move your feet, or you just got caught out the move. You gotta anticipate that. You gotta anticipate his footwork, right? And that, I think that poses for a better defender You get what I'm saying? So it makes you a better defender. No, you can't beat the nigga the fuck up. Like, you get what I'm saying? Play some defense. Yo, move your feet. Try to hit the ball. If you accidentally hit him, that's a foul. That's a good move on him. Like, now I don't, people gonna disagree because you got people like SGA and James Harden who take advantage of it. But I feel like your favorite player always did it. Your GOAT did it. Jordan did it. Foul baited. Braun foul baits too. Y'all call it flopping, but it's foul baiting. Kobe did it too. It's a part of the game, right? Especially under the whistle. So the rule changes was because of your GOAT. And everybody learned the information from that because you learn from Jordan how to dominate a game from the guard position. First, he was a 6'6" shooting guard, but then you learned that you could dominate the game from the point guard position when you had AI who kind of started to change that, you know, that I'm not saying once who didn't, but like Magic Johnson is a freak. You get what I'm saying? Like people like he's 6'7", 6'8", whatever, 6'9", down there, 6, right? Running down the court with point guard precision and all, and the length and all that. So it's like without those talents is what I'm meaning. Without those talents from the guard position, you said you don't have to be 6'8" to dominate a game. You can be 6'1". You can be, look at Jalen Brunson. How do you dominate a game? He 5'10". Me and him the same size. 6 feet. He about 5'11", 6 feet, 5'10". We around the same size. This nigga is unstoppable. How do you do that? He's 5'10". You never seen anything like that on a consistent basis, is all I'm saying. Like from a lot of guards are giving you this who aren't necessarily 6'6" or 6'7". Right, and they attacking the bucket, and they getting bucket. They show. So your star point guards or your star guards or people that's really running the game, they learning this. This is information that they just repeated over and over and over. You just gotta put the work in. Donovan Mitchell is like 6'1", 6'2". These are short guards compared to niggas that's in the league 7'4". You get what I'm saying? And a nigga is 5'10" or 6 feet, right? That's you towering. You're a fucking giant. But this nigga can give you 30 a game or 25 a game. How? It's because of the information. Not just because of the rule changes, but it's because of the information and them taking advantage of it all. You put them in any day. Back in the day, you basically saying like, yo, I can't take a 5'10" guard or a small guard back in the day in the 80s and run and dominate the game. Why couldn't you do that? Now you got to ask yourself these questions like, why couldn't you dominate it from a guard position in the 80s? Why hasn't it been done, right? Why couldn't they win? The recipe was give it to the big man, get the fuck out the way. He gonna handle the rest. And then when they double team, then we kick it out to the guard and he got hit this shot. Inside out. Well, now you can play outside in. Or outside. Fuck it. Your guard can go straight at the nigga. You get what I'm saying? Whoever's in front of him, you can go straight at him. Your ISO game is crazy right now. And I'm not saying that it's a detriment to the game because you can still play basketball with 5 out. You can still run high screens and switches and back doors and rolls and all that kind of shit. So you can call it from the point guard position where now you can be creative. Now that you got space, now as a guard, you can call it like that. You don't always have to set a pick. Or it don't always have to be, it could just be off of motion, right? Just a simple motion. And then you attacking the holes and the angles in the game. And you can do that at any size. At any size now. But it's much easier for a small guy to attack angles because he lower to the ground. But you couldn't do that in the 80s and the 90s and the 70s because a nigga would fucking beat you off the angle. No diddy. But he would down there elbow you, trip you, clip you, shoulder you, push you off the angle, and you like, bro, like, well, now the information say, well, when he does that, I can do other things like high pickups and I can give him a little bump and little stuff like that. Whereas though, I just feel like that information wasn't prevalent, and it's just like everybody was playing, and it was just everybody was trying to run to the rim and be strong and be fast and jump over and the highest jumper. Well, I ain't gotta play like that no more. Even when I got it, even if I got it, I don't necessarily have to play at a violent pace where it's like I'm just attacking the rim. I'm just trying to dunk, toots. I can save my body now. I can take jumpers. I can do little middies and float and, like little stuff like that, because it's like it's more acceptable where though I can. But like at first, niggas ain't know what the fuck I was doing. I was fast as shit with hella footwork. Niggas never saw this type shit I was doing, and now it's acceptable. Like, cool. However, that's why I think the rule changes is better for guards. Like, it was better for the big men in the 80s and 70s. Yeah, all right, you gonna dominate. Look at the stars back then. You had to be 7 feet. You had to be 6 something. You had to be big, strong, and with the ability, with the skills, the shooting and the dribble, all that put together, right? But then you looking at it from a point of like nowadays, or like maybe like 10, 15, 20 years, where you got niggas like AI who can really literally come in the league and just use his speed and the skill set and then just really dominate a game and give you 30 a game in his prime, 20 in his rookie season, give you 22, 23, out, you feel me, out the gate as soon as he coming in the league. So then when you see that, when you a small guy and you see that, yeah, you got your Mugsies and you got your, but it just wasn't common, whereas though like the team would rally behind that guy. You get what I'm saying? Like the big man wouldn't rally behind the smallest guy. It was the other way. The small guy look up to the big guy, right? It just kind of made sense. Whereas though now it's like, it's not about your physical gifts. It's about how do you, you feel me, decipher the game. How do you see the game and use your mind to dominate a game? Now you got a big man who dominated. Yeah, feed him. That's part. Yeah, but when they double teaming and they doing all that, now as a guard, you can tell your big man get out the paint because I'm about to go at my guy. He too little. He can't stop me. They need the help off me too, to be honest. So if I move the big man and the big man move, nobody in the paint, and I'm going at the rim, it's one-on-one. My man really can't stop me. You gotta bring the help. And everybody can shoot, right? It's not necessarily the rule changes that's changing the game. It's just the information and saying like how successful teams are. Like I don't have to bang with you to get my buckets. I don't. You want to bang. You want me to come down here and be all aggressive. You can hurt me up and try to throw you. I don't have to. I make you look stupid and pop this bitch in this midi and floaters and 3 balls and all types of shit. But that information wasn't prevalent. You only had that information if you was like in AAU or you was hooping or you had to go to high school or middle school or whatever. You don't need to necessarily go to a team right now to be decent. You just got to put the work in, which has always been the case. But I'm talking about the information to help you get to these drills. I don't have to go to an AAU coach necessarily in person. I can go on YouTube. I can go on Facebook and get these drills. These niggas giving you drills right now. You can go in there and just get better. You got to put the work in. But the information is what's changing the game more rapidly than the rule changes. The rule changes have to adapt to the game. The game doesn't adapt to the rule changes. I don't feel as though it does. It may in your book, but I feel like because the game's rapid change and the popularity, everybody around. So think about it like this. If only the big man can dominate or help you win, then what's the use of everybody else? Like the only people that can play basketball are tall people, right? That makes sense. Oh, he's tall, he should play basketball. But now it's like anybody can play. Like you can't just look at somebody like, oh, he little. No, he might shoot your lights out, which has always been the case. The smaller you are, it's like you gotta have a ball on the string. You better have a good handle, and you better be able to at least make the defense come out to you. If they're going to not be there, just hit. You gotta hit something. You gotta be able to at least be some type of threat out there. You know what I'm saying? And now that that's more acceptable to shoot threes, that kind of go in your court. It's not a bad shot if you you come down pulling in it. You get what I'm saying? Like you get to do different stuff because it's more acceptable. Niggas might not like it, but you get better. Go do that thing. You feel me? Like, however, now everybody in the world, we talking about if it's popular around the world, everybody's not 7 feet, bro. Everybody not 6 something, right? Now you got regular, normal, everyday person who can go out there, put on some shorts, lace it up, and go hoop, and go have a good time, and go dominate a game, or at least be competitive. You get what I'm saying? Whereas though it's not just about he not big enough, so I'm gonna just bowl him over and just step on him. Like, you get the fuck now. I'm gonna shoot your lights out. You get what I'm saying? It's like, so that's how I feel about it. Like, the rule changes has to adapt to the game in this case because of the information of like the 2000s or whatever. And then look at how the timeline now, like when it changed from like 2000 up to now to like the 2020s. Look at the information and then look at how rapidly the game changed. Look at Jordan, who dropped the tapes. He dropped tapes on how to do what he was doing. Not everybody had them tapes. You had to buy them, right? But now that's on YouTube. Now your coaches got that. Your coaches don't need it. Even if your coach not like connected to Jordan, because you got, or like you could have bought him or whatever, like however it go. But now your trainer can. You don't necessarily need a trainer. I'm not saying it's not beneficial because the accountability of a trainer will help you go harder. So using a trainer is always recommended, but it's not preferred. It's not a necessity anymore. You know what I'm saying? So go out there, go hoop, go be a star. It don't matter how big you is, nigga. You feel me? You got heart. You can hoop. You can be strong. You can go hit them weights. They even teach you how to eat right, how to hit the weights. You got to do all that. You feel me? Stretch, drink water. They teach you all this. Like when they say ball is life, it's because it's a whole regimen. You got to keep your body up to even do this. So once you get your body to a certain point, you got to maintain it. And then you got to eat to maintain. You got to sleep to maintain. You get what I'm saying? And your whole life benefits from that. Your life benefits from ball. I'm not saying that basketball is everything. No, that's not what we're saying. But we're saying that my skill sets that I learned and the discipline to do this and the dedication that I got to do this, to just even, because I love it, like never lose the process. And I just keep getting better every day, getting stronger. You feel me? You can play well into your 40s, brother. You can. Everybody could have, but niggas get so drugged out and burnt out and be like, that's on y'all. You feel me? That's just life. That's how it go. You don't take care of your body ain't gonna take care of you. And you think it's amazing that a nigga like Bron hooping at 40. To me, it look normal. Like, why can't you hoop till 40? Why? Like, cause you ain't serious about it. Like, and I get it's like injuries and all that. Like, the wear and tear of basketball is crazy work, but you should be able to. You ain't hooping every day like Bron. You take big dumbass breaks. You feel me? So you can recover, treat your body right, and come back and extend your career. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and do your thing. You know the legend. You know how we doing it, baby. Workaholic, anonymous. You need help, baby. I need help because I keep working on it.